Hiya, so for this tutorial you're going to need some remote controlled lights. I got them from Poundland. They were £5 though from Poundland. And you're going to need some frames. I've got 4 A4 sized frames here. So I'm going to take one of the frames. I'm going to open it up. And we're not going to use any of the full frames. We're just going to use parts of them. And essentially I'm going to make a box frame, and it's just a cheaper way of doing it rather than actually paying for a larger box frame. You can just use a box frame though if you like. So I'm going to take off the back, and for this frame I'm going to take off the back and the insert, and I'm just going to need the actual frame and the piece of glass that's in it. So I'm going to remove everything. And I'm going to remove the glass as well, because I'm going to need to cover this. So I'm going to make sure it's all nice and clean, and then I am just going to put on some one-way mirror film. This is like privacy film that you usually use for like windows and things, so you can't see in but you can see out. So I'm going to place some of this and on top of the glass and cover it completely. You want to take your time when you do this, because you don't really want bubbles, because that make the mirror effect less realistic. Because this one at the end, actually when it's standing up, you can actually tell there's actually quite a few bubbles in it, and I need to like take it off and put it back on again because there's just way too many. Here it looks okay, but later on it looks bad. So then you want to print out on just normal paper like a scary looking face with a black background. So I chose this one from The Exorcist, and it's going to go straight behind that piece of glass, and as you can see you can't see through the glass. So I'm going to put this piece of glass back inside the frame, and you could see some of the bubbles there at the edge. Then I'm going to take the picture as well, face down behind it, then put those little clippy things back down to hold it in place. And then we're going to open up the other frames as well. So two of the frames you've literally just going to want the wooden frame bit on the outside. The glass and the backing you don't need. You can keep it for other projects, but for this one you don't need them. So this is what it looks like so far. Then I'm going to get some hot glue, because I can't bother to wait for any other glue to dry. I'm going to put some down each side of the frame, and then I'm going to line up one of the other frames on top of it and push it down so it stays in place. And this is going to create like the box frame effect. So I'm going to repeat this with another frame. So if you're using a box frame, you just have to do the first step in the box frame. Then I'm going to do another frame on that. But this one you're going to need the backing as well. So I've taken one of the lights. They've got a sticky thing on the back, so I just peeled that off and just stuck it in the middle of the backing board, and then that holds it in place. Now I'm going to put that face down and clip that in place, and that's it. You're pretty much done. Well, not pretty much done, you are done. So you just have to stand it up or hang it up wherever you want it, and then use the remote to actually turn it on. When it turns on, you see the face. So it's really simple, but this is such a good Halloween thing. So thanks for watching. Bye!